you know what they say, it's all about those small improvements every day. It was a great session. Thank you guys for tuning in, and see you in the next one. Peace. It is really great to be alive in this era where technology allows anyone to make high quality videos with just a few simple tools. And with the launch of the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, Osmo Action 4, and the Osmo Mobile 6, solo filmmakers have even more options to choose from. Look at the exposure. I'm just gonna eat my cereal and wait until the sun is covered. Now, one thing I really hate is when it's cloudy outside and I want to use natural light and, the exposure keeps changing.
The struggle is real, man.
Now, a few weeks ago, I ran a workshop at IFA in Berlin for DJI, demonstrating how to use their handheld products to easily create engaging videos. And the basketball video you saw at the beginning was filmed entirely with these 3 products. And it only took me like an hour to shoot by myself. And this shows how versatile and easy to use these devices are, making them great for solo filmmaking. Now, I'm not here to tell you to use all 3 cameras, but to inspire you with what you can achieve by being creative. And maybe you even own one of these cameras. So in this video, I'll talk about my experience shooting the basketball scene with these products and give you tips for getting the best results in solo filmmaking so you can use them in your own projects. Now, before we begin this video is sponsored by Emotion Array, an all-in-one platform for creators offering digital assets to elevate your content. More to them later. Now, as a content creator myself, making videos involves a lot of work. And to keep it sustainable, you need to balance efficiency and quality. And I believe compact cameras are really key for content creators, especially solo filmmakers, because they help save time while still delivering great results. And here's why. First of all, the portability. Compact cameras like the Osmo Pocket 3, Osmo Action 4, and Osmo Mobile 6 are small and light, making them easy to carry and use anywhere. Second is versatility. These cameras can handle a variety of filming situations, from vlogging to action shots to cinematic scenes. And then third, the ease of use. With their simple interface and extended features, which we will get into, these compact cameras make it easy for anyone to create professional looking videos without the need of extensive technical knowledge. So let me share with you my experience of filming the basketball scene with the DJI Osmo series, and I'll break down each shot to show you how I did it and what settings I use. Now, don't forget, all the products mentioned will be in the video description below. So I'd like to start by sharing the basic camera settings I use for all my cameras. So I set the resolution to 4K and the frame rate to 25 frames per second. Shooting in 4K gives me the best quality and lets me adjust the framing if the shot isn't perfect. Now, since I'm in a PAL region, I choose 25 frames per second, especially if I don't plan to slow down the footage. I like this frame rate for vlogs because it looks more cinematic than 30 or 50 frames per second. Now, as for the shutter speed, I keep it double of the frame rate. For example, if I'm recording in 25 frames per second, I set the shutter speed to 1/50. And this helps create a natural motion blur, making the shot look more cinematic. To compensate for the exposure, I use an ND filter. For the picture profile, I record in D-Log M 10-bit color on my Osmo cameras. However, since I couldn't find a log option in the DJI Mimo app when connected to my iPhone 15 Pro Max, I used the standard Apple picture profile instead. I prefer shooting in a log whenever possible because it gives me more flexibility in post-production when color grading. For stabilization, it varies by shot. Generally, I turn off image stabilization for static shots. This helps avoid cropping in the frame and lets me use the full sensor size. So let's talk about how I filmed the basketball scene, starting with the DJI Osmo Action 4. The first shot, I used a head strap to get a point of view perspective. Once the strap is on your head, it can be tricky to see what you're filming. The best way to keep an eye on your shot is to connect the Action 4 to the DJI Mimo app for a real-time view. And this way you can easily adjust your framing as needed. For the second shot, I used a suction cup to mount the camera high, getting a top-down view. Now, the Action 4 has a 155-degree ultra-wide angle view, which allowed me not only to capture the basket, but also me as the subject. With the DJI Mimo app, I could easily start recording from a distance. Third shot, I got a bit more creative and strapped the head strap around the basketball to capture a unique perspective from the ball, and this created some really interesting shot and added variety to the scene, keeping the viewer engaged. And for the last shot, I used a regular strap and attached it to the cup, and this again offered a view that you usually wouldn't see. The front screen was also useful because it showed me exactly how the shot would look in action. Now, a key element that brings your video to life is the editing. You can enhance your video with titles, animation, music, and sound effects to share your message effectively. And that's where our sponsor of today's video, Motion Array, comes in. It's an all-in-one platform with a vast library of media assets for your project. Finding those digital assets is super easy. If you want to use a title template like the one I used at the beginning, just head to the template section, choose your software, and you'll find different filters under the categories. I pick titles, and if I'm looking for something specific, I can use the search bar. Once I find a title I like, I click and download it. Then I just drag and drop it onto my timeline, name it, and I'm good to go. This saves you time and makes your videos look great without having to create an animated title from scratch. Many packs also include extras like overlays and backgrounds, giving you more choices and helping your videos stand out. Now, Motion Array offers a variety of creative assets for you to explore. It's a membership service with unlimited downloads without you having to worry about copyright issues. I highly recommend checking out Motion Array's huge collection of resources. They will help you work more efficiently and improve your editing skills. Plus, if you use the link in the video description below, you can get $50 off the annual plan. With that said, let's continue. So next up, let's look at how I use the DJI Pocket 3. For the first shot, I placed the Pocket 3 on the ground using its tripod legs to achieve a static shot of me walking to the basketball field. Again, I used the DJI Mimo app to frame myself. For shot number 2, I wanted to add more movement, so I took a low angle shot of myself with active track on, and this helped keep me centered in the frame. I've also connected the DJI Mimo app to the Pocket 3 to check the exposure, which can be tricky on a small screen. With tools like histogram and zebra, you can ensure your shots aren't too bright or too dark. In shot number 3, I wanted to finish the video with a vlog, and that's where the Pocket 3 really stands out. With product showcase mode on, it keeps the subject in focus while blurring the background, helping viewers focus their attention on me. And it's also great that I can connect it to the DJI mic to transmitter via Bluetooth, so I don't need a receiver to get good audio quality. Now, as a pro tip, I mounted the mic at chest height to keep it out of the frame. Moving on to the DJI Osmo Mobile 6 that I used with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. In the first shot, which is one of my favorites, I recorded a 50 frames per second video from a low angle while jumping over the gimbal. Now, it was difficult to see the screen from that angle, but I controlled the gimbal with the DJI Mimo app on my Apple Watch, and this also gave me a real-time preview. If you want to learn more about this feature, I have a dedicated video on it at the end of this video. For shot number 2, I used the active track feature on the DJI Mimo app. I've activated it through my Apple Watch and previewed the shot as well. And this helped me add some movement to my shot while keeping myself centered in the frame. For my third shot, I used the built-in extension pole and turned my phone around to take a low shot of my shoes while dribbling the basketball. And this would have been really hard to do with just the phone alone. Okay, so now that you understand how I achieved each of those shots, let's wrap it up with a behind-the-scenes look, including the corresponding shots and the settings used. Alright guys, I hope this helped you understand how to use these compact cameras to achieve a cinematic look in your videos. If you want to see how I use the Apple Watch with the DJI Osmo Mobile 6, be sure to check out this video right here to learn more. Other than that, thank you so much for watching and see you in the next one.